Hello, our dear students. I am Mr. Lutfi Ben Zaida.
And I am Mrs. Maysoon Harrar.
Welcome to the set of TV sessions which cover Unit 4, Book 4. These sessions were prepared and designed under the guidance and supervision of our ELT General Inspector, Mrs. Ilham bin Slema Mansour, to whom we are really grateful for her huge help. We hope that you find these sessions interesting and helpful.
We also hope that you are respecting the lockdown measures in these exceptional circumstances. Your safety and your health is all that matters. And if we're here today, it's mainly because we're thinking about you. Otherwise, we would be in quarantine at home.
So please stop any direct contact, avoid any direct contact, and respect the physical and social distancing rules. This is very crucial in order to stop the spread of the virus, at least 1 meter away from the nearest person to you, the way we are doing here.
And remember to wash your hands regularly with soap and water or hand sanitizer.
We are going to start by giving you an idea about the different sessions or the content, the general content of the sessions that we'll be covering together.
So let's start.
We start with session 1, which deals with life concerns, and here we'll be talking essentially about 2 issues, which are healthy diet and smoking. We'll be focusing on these 2 issues.
Lesson 2 or session 2 deals with ethics and attitudes.
As for session 3, it is devoted to environmental issues, and we'll be focusing especially and shedding light mainly on eco-driving.
Session 4 is entitled Urban Exodus. It mainly approaches city versus country life.
Now, session 5 is mainly about employment issues, and staff management will be talking about applying for jobs, and also we will try to focus on the relationship that exists within any work environment, the relationship between managers and their staff.
And it's the last session, session 6, is an extract from a novel, and it is devoted for art students. So let's begin. Let's start. Yes. So as you see, the title of the unit is Life Issues, Lesson 1, Life Concerns. And when you say issue, what comes to your mind, Lutfi? What is an issue? Can you suggest other words that have the same meaning?
Well, when I see the word issue, Miss, a lot of words come to my mind. I might think about an issue could be a problem, maybe, Miss, or maybe a concern. An issue could be a topic that causes some kind of conflicts or controversies. That's what comes to my mind.
Yes, excellent. You're right. An issue is a topic, a concern, a matter, a problem. Okay. So it's clear now. It's an issue. So let's complete. An issue is, if we sum up.
Let me try, Miss. Can I?
Yes, of course. Please do.
So an issue is an important topic for discussion, Miss?
Well done. An issue is an important topic for discussion. And as you see, our unit deals with life issues.
Yes.
Yes. What life issues, or what are the important life problems that people, generation after generation, always discuss, need to talk about? What comes to your mind?
Life issues. When I see the word life issues, actually, the main issue that comes to my mind, especially in these special circumstances, is that of health.
Health.
I think all of us are worried about our health.
Yes, absolutely, you're right.
Yes.
So health issues.
Health issues, yes. I think they should come first. Maybe I can think about employment. I noticed that my father has been at home for a long time, and I noticed that he is worried about not working, about his job. So employment,
it's important to get a job.
Unemployment, yes, is a big issue.
Yes.
I don't know, perhaps I might think about the environment, Miss. Environmental issues, the need to protect our environment, the dangers that threaten our environment, that threaten our existence.
And our life, of course.
And our life, yes, Miss.
Other life issues that come to your mind?
Maybe social problems, Miss.
Such as?
Poverty.
Poverty, for example? Yes, excellent. Yes. Well done. So, yes, among the life issues that we'll be dealing with is social issues, society, problems like poverty, violence, divorce, etc.
True, yes.
Jobs.
Where's health, miss? There is no health?
We'll see.
I expected health to come first.
We'll see. Jobs.
I mentioned that.
Yes, you mentioned it. Of course, people study, go to schools, university, have degrees, and need to get a job so that they can have a decent and comfortable life. And by the way, joblessness or unemployment is a social issue.
It is, yes.
Yes. Health.
Oh, health.
Of course.
There it is.
Yes, health matters or health problems are among the problems.
Health is wealth, we say, miss.
Yes,
that's what you taught us.
It's all that matters,
yes.
Especially, as you said, in these exceptional circumstances.
Yes.
And environment.
Yeah.
It is very important to care for about our environment.
Yes.
It's where we live. It's our surrounding that is affecting our life. And another issue
I did not mention that.
Yes, you didn't, but well done. Anyway, you mentioned most of them. Attitudes and values.
Attitudes and values.
Yes, our behavior is how we behave towards one another.
I see, miss. I understand.
So these are the life issues that will be covered in our unit.
These are the main life issues
we'll be focusing on.
Okay, miss.
And as you said, today we'll focus mainly on health matters.
Health matters.
Health matters. It's very important to have good health, to be healthy. And when we talk about health, we cannot forget about food.
Food, yes.
Yes, so we all consume food. Sometimes we eat healthy or unhealthy food. And I have two questions for you.
Okay.
Do you have a healthy lifestyle? And do you maintain a healthy and balanced diet?
Well, to be honest...
Yes. Do you know the meaning of the word diet?
Diet?
Diet.
Nothing to do with the verb to die?
No, of course it's not. So when you say lifestyle, it's the way in which you live.
Okay.
And the balanced diet means we are talking about something that I have already mentioned.
The diet?
To health.
I know the expression to go on a diet.
No, to go on a diet is when you start eating an amount of food just to gain or to lose weight. But a diet is something that I have already mentioned. It's very important for our health, which is
food.
Food, of course.
Food,
so
yes.
your diet is, you see how it is pronounced?
Oh, diet. Thank you, miss.
It's the amount of food consumed by a person. So the food you consume every day is your diet that may be healthy or may be unhealthy. Now, is it a healthy diet? Do you have a healthy lifestyle or do you maintain a balanced diet?
Miss, to be honest with you, I try hard to maintain a balanced and healthy diet, but I don't always succeed. Sometimes I bend to the temptations of eating fast food, junk food, sandwiches, fatty food, that kind of things from time to time. But all in all, I'm trying to stick to a healthy diet.
That's good if you try to stick to healthy diets. Remember that your stomach is not a waste basket.
That's right,
you should not
miss.
throw
Thank you for reminding
anything.
me.
You should not swallow anything.
But I shouldn't leave it empty because an empty stomach has no ears.
You mentioned it already. You said something important. You said that people go on a diet. So when people go on a diet, they need the advice of someone who is entitled to give them advice about food.
Their husbands, their wives?
Of course not. So if you have health problems, mainly related to food, you have food problems, who is the person who is entitled scientifically to give you advice about food?
Miss,
who should you go to?
Is it derived from diet?
Yes.
I'm going to guess.
Try.
Dietitian?
Excellent. A dietitian.
Dietitian.
Yes. Dietitian.
Okay.
You see the pronunciation?
Dietitian.
Yes. You see that we have a British spelling.
Yes.
And an American one.
C&T.
Yes.
Okay.
But the pronunciation is the same. So a dietitian. It is the person who scientifically studies and gives advice about food and eating.
Okay.
Generally and always.
I haven't consulted any dietitians yet, but I think it's a good idea.
Yes. Dietitians always advise people to get their 5 a day.
5?
5 a day. Let me help you. 5 a day diet. So can you guess?
Dietitians advise us to get our 5 a day.
5 a day.
5.
What
it can't be 5 meals. No, 5 meals. I know that we take 3 meals. 3 meals.
3 meals.
Ramadan too.
Yes.
So if it's not meals, then maybe 5 maybe 5 types of vitamins or proteins?
You're close. You're close. 5-a-day dietitian advise people to get their 5-a-day diet is, can you read please?
Okay, 5-a-day diet is eating at least 5 fruits and vegetables every day. I understand. Okay, these are more than 5.
So you should include 5 fruit and vegetables in your diet
by the way.
every day.
They look tempting. They are mouth-watering.
This is what is a 5-a-day diet. So making sure you have 5 fruits and vegetables in your diet every day. And of
depending
course,
on the season.
Yes. To understand more, here is a paragraph that explains what is 5-a-day diet. You just have to complete it with words from the box, and then you will have a clear idea on what 5-a-day is.
Okay, can I start, Miss?
Yes, of course, please do.
So I am a dietitian, and I would like to talk about how important it is to get your 5-a-day. Actually, it is eating any fruit and vegetables during the day, whether they are tinned, dried, and juiced ones. I guess it's tinned, I'm not sure.
Let's check.
Tinned, okay. A tin that is put in a tin?
Preserved in an airtight tin or can.
Canned.
Can, yes.
I remember a joke he told us about. Eat what you can and can what you can't eat.
What you can't eat,
playing
so that you can preserve it for a long time.
Okay, do not throw away anything.
Yes, so in different ways, tinned, dried, and juiced one. Yes, can you carry on,
for instance, Miss, what does for instance mean?
For example.
For example, okay. It is very beneficial to take fruit and cereals in the morning. Got it right.
Excellent. So
Thank
far,
you, Miss.
so good.
It's always thanks to you. Among the other components of your 5-a-day, we can highlight dates, a cupful of grapes, or a good, could it be slice of fruit dessert?
Tremendous.
Okay.
You keep surprising me with your excellent performance. Yes.
You should know as well that eating natural fruit is best to get most nutrients. Besides, fruits should not be peeled. Peeled, that is, we remove the...
To remove the skin.
The skin, okay. Because fruit vitamins are under the skin, okay. Otherwise, I'm looking for an ing word.
Otherwise?
Steaming. Steaming is the best way of cooking vegetables.
It's when cooking on boiling water.
Oh, I think it's very healthy because it maintains...
It's the best way of cooking.
The nutritional value of the food.
Of the fruit or the vegetables, sorry.
Let me check whether it is the right word or not. It is. Okay, not bad at all. At least 5 fruit and vegetables every day. I think I need a verb.
You.
Enable you to maintain a healthy, could it be, thank you for your help, Miss, balance of your body.
Excellent. Enable you. They
make you
able.
Yeah, to enable someone to give him the ability.
To maintain a healthy balance of your body. It also
provides you with a greater source of vitamins and could it be minerals?
Yes.
And improves the chances of maintaining a healthier lifestyle. Anyway, it's the only word left. So if you want a merry life, never miss your wife.
Not your wife, of course, you're 5. And by the way, vitamins and minerals, these are words that collocate together. Okay. They are collocations. And we can say vitamins or vitamins.
Both
so also we have
both
pronunciation, British pronunciation and American pronunciation.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Yes. So it is important to have a healthy lifestyle and to eat healthy food. So as you see, we are going to talk about tips on how to keep or how to have a healthy lifestyle. It includes, of course, eating healthy food.
Yeah, I mentioned
We've been already talking about this.
Yes.
And eating healthy food, it means automatically avoiding...
Avoiding maybe fast food, Miss?
Avoiding unhealthy food, such as like sugary, salty and fatty food.
I could guess that these are adjectives from the ending of each of them. There is Y. I think it's from sugar, sugary.
Salt, salty.
Salty.
Fat, fatty.
Fatty. But fat with 1 T, I think.
No, it's...
Fat alone with 1 T.
Fat alone, it's 1 T.
Then we double the T,
yes, of course, you should double the T.
Thank you.
But keeping a healthy lifestyle, it's not only about food.
Yes.
So we may have other habits or good habits that can help us keep healthy or stay healthy.
That's right.
Can you remind us of some of them?
Maybe exercising.
Yes.
While taking care of the risk of falling, which happened to me. I broke my foot, unfortunately. So taking exercise is important. There's also drinking a lot of water.
Tremendous.
That's one of my parents' pieces of advice. Yes, they keep advising me to drink at least 1.5 liters a day. I try as much as possible to do it. Having enough sleep, maybe.
Of course.
How many hours, miss? 7, 8?
8, the average. Depends on the age.
In Ramadan, we don't sleep much, unfortunately. But we need to. Maybe avoiding stressful situations or knowing how to cope with stress.
To manage your stress.
Yes.
So let's check if you guessed right.
Okay.
Yes, drinking plenty of water. Water is life. So it is very important to drink enough water to hydrate your body. Also getting enough sleep.
Okay.
Excellent. You allow yourself to rest, to have a rest. It's good to renew your energy. And practicing
sport
or
regularly.
Exercising regularly. It means twice or 3 times a week at a regular basis. Not only for a month and then we stop. So it should be a habit. Okay.
Yes.
And avoiding unhealthy and dangerous addictions.
Drugs.
Such as addiction to drugs, to alcohol and
smoking.
to smoke.
Thank God I'm not addicted to any of them.
Thank God. And you may notice here that the word smoking is highlighted.
It's colored differently.
Different, because it's the second health matter that we'll be dealing with in our lesson today.
Okay.
So I want to ask you, do you smoke? You already said that you are not addicted to anything.
I'm a non-smoker and I'm very proud of it.
That's very good. But you know people who smoke?
Of course I do. Most of my friends smoke.
Yes, and most of them are?
Most of them are addicted to smoking.
To it, so it's not easy for them to stop.
I keep advising them to give up smoking, but they turn a deaf ear to what I say, and some of them agree with me that it is harmful, but they say we can't really avoid it, we can't really help it.
Maybe they are aware, they know, they try, but it's a bit difficult.
Can I ask them again?
Yes, ask them, please.
Please, my dear friends, this is your opportunity. We are in a fasting holy month now, it's Ramadan, and we are all fasting. So those who have reduced the number of cigarettes they smoke each evening or each night, this is your chance to take up the challenge and win it. Put an end to this harmful addiction. Miss is saying that it is dangerous, and I do agree with her. Everybody agrees that it's dangerous. I beg you to listen to me and put an end to this addiction.
So please listen to him carefully and try to follow his advice. It's very important. So what can we say? What can we tell them?
Stop smoking.
Stop smoking. Or you should not smoke?
We can make it more polite, because I saw it written in some public places. Thanks for not smoking.
Yes.
It's a polite way of saying don't smoke.
Yes, a different way of saying stop smoking or stop the habit.
Yes.
As you said, many people are addicted to smoking. That's why it is not easy for them to stop or to give up. They are addicted to smoking, and when you are addicted to something, you are physically and mentally dependent on it. That's why it's difficult to stop. You are physically and mentally dependent on it because smoking is addictive.
Addictive,
or the components in the cigarettes are addictive, so it's not easy for them to give up because it is addictive. Okay. And addictive means, it's the adjective, another adjective, it means causing or likely to cause someone to become or to be addicted to. So you may see the difference. So I am, or someone is addicted to something, he is dependent on it because what he is consuming or the habit he is following is addictive. So
can we say he is hooked on it?
Hooked on, dependent on or upon.
Hooked on
something. Okay. So, and it's smoking is a habit. Okay, it's a nasty habit, and it is an addiction. Okay, addiction is a habit after all. This habit that people are unable to stop once they start doing it or having it.
Could we say quit instead of stop, miss?
Yes,
Okay.
abandon. We'll see this word, by the way, okay? We'll see this word. So, smoking has a negative impact on health.
That's right.
So, it has many negative effects. So, let's remind smokers of these effects, then give them some advice on how to quit, and why not tell them of the benefits of quitting. We start by reminding them of the negative effects of smoking on their health.
Okay.
So, can you look at them again? And as you gave them advice to stop smoking, could you remind them of the negative effects of smoking?
Okay. So, please, my friends, I would like to remind you of some of the negative effects of smoking. The most obvious ones that everybody speaks about have to do, of course, with health, miss. So, when you smoke, you are damaging your health, you are reducing or shortening your life. This leads to many health problems which can be as serious as cancer. Several kinds of cancer, could be lung cancer, could be skin cancer, even mouth cancer. A lot of respiration diseases, like asthma, for example. It causes lots of irritations, like frequent coughing, for example, bad breath and bad smell, even tooth decay. I am pretty aware of the fact that smoking leads to tooth decay. I also know that chocolate leads to tooth decay. So,
sugary food.
Exactly, sugary food in general, miss. And I think, miss, that I should remind my friends, because I know that many of them are living or surviving on a tight budget. I advise them to stop smoking, because this will help them earn a lot of money or save a lot of money. Save a lot of money, yes.
Yes. So far, so good. Excellent, as usual. Yes, so the first negative effect is lung cancer.
Okay.
Mouth cancer. Many other types of cancer, by the way, these are the most important ones. Smoking also leads to heart disease, tooth decay, as you said, chronic coughs.
What do you mean by chronic, miss?
It means it's for a long period of time.
Okay.
So it's not just temporary.
It's permanent.
It's permanent.
Okay, miss.
Then respiratory diseases, asthma, which is also breathing difficulties.
Respiratory diseases, that is illnesses related to respiration.
Yes,
okay.
To breathing.
Okay.
Bad breath and bad smell, as you said. Breathing problems, people who smoke are quickly, or most often they are very quickly short of breath. When they walk or they run, they have rapid heartbeat.
They run out of breath.
Yes, they cannot be active because of smoking. And another effect is stroke.
Ah, stroke.
It can lead to stroke. The stroke is a serious sudden illness caused by when the blood is blocked.
Okay.
And it leads to death or to paralysis.
I see.
So many. And there are others. These are the most important ones. That's why you'd better give up. So if you are a smoker, you'd better give up to have a better health. And here we come to the word. We have already, you said quit earlier.
I said quit, yes.
To give up, it may be to quit, or also it may...
To abandon.
Yes,
okay, miss.
or to stop. So,
to stop.
But how to stop? We said that we are going to remind them of the negative effects of smoking, but also we'll give them some advice on how to quit. Could you tell your friends how they can quit?
My dear friends, I think that stopping is hard. Being aware of the dangers of smoking is something most of the times obvious. Most people are aware of the dangers of smoking, but giving up is hard, although it needn't be seen as hard as some people think. Actually, I believe that the first and major key to stopping is determination, miss. You have to be determined. You have to take a decision and take up the challenge and win it. And also this leads to another condition, which is self-confidence. Be confident that you can stop and you will stop. So determination, self-confidence, maybe taking up some activities that are harmless compared to smoking can help the ex-smoker quit. Also filling one's time with constructive activities, because idleness is the mother of all evil. So when you are busy doing something, you don't have time to think about lighting up a cigarette. It's essentially confidence in one's ability to stop and determination.
You're amazing.
Oh,
you left nothing for me to say.
Thank
so
you.
how to quit? Yes, so first you should have a strong desire to quit, and it's related to the one that comes next, have the confidence or being self-confident that you can do it. So the most important thing is to be confident and to say, I can do it.
Exactly,
okay?
miss.
When there is a will, there is a way. If you keep telling yourself, I can't, it's difficult, I can't, it's difficult, you will never do it. So
that's right.
Be self-confident and you will
and
manage.
Just start, take the initiative, make the first step.
Yes, tell yourself that you can do it and you will be able to do it. Don't worry, if you're sleepier than usual, this feeling will pass.
Okay.
All the unusual feelings are temporary. They will pass. They are just the cause of...
I read an article, miss, about this. It says that these are symptoms of the recovery process.
Yes,
so
your body is healing.
Yes, there are some annoying symptoms. You shouldn't worry about them. They should not encourage you to get back to the habit of smoking. On the contrary, you have to keep on your decision, and certainly those symptoms will disappear.
Yes. Another tip is that a smoker should consider the positive effects of quitting. So if you remind yourself that this is beneficial, there are positive effects on your body, then it will motivate you. Yes, it will motivate you, sorry. It will give you a push forward so that you stop. I also say here, and before moving to next one, when we consider the positive effects, we should also remember the negative effects. So also when you remember,
smoking.
Yes, when you remember the diseases that you may have, the dangerous effects you may have on your health, then also it can motivate you to stop.
That's right.
Next, when you feel tense, try to keep busy. Think about ways to solve the problem. You know, people who smoke, most often they cannot stop because they have many problems.
But they add another problem.
Yes, smoking never solves your problem.
It's never the answer.
So if you have a problem, you'd better act to solve it, try to find a solution quickly, because smoking is adding other problems. It's even making your problems worse.
That's right, miss.
Yes. And the last tip here is start a money jar.
Oh, money jar. I used to have one when I was a child.
Yes.
I used to check it daily, how much money I had in it. And I was impatient to break it and see how much money I had.
Yes. With the money
spared.
you save by not buying cigarettes. And you will discover after a month or a short period of time, huge amount of money you've been spending on
That's a good piece of advice. So
yes.
it's a good way to save money.
Yes, it's a good way to save money. So as a smoker, you need to stop. And among the tips that we have already mentioned is considering the positive effects of quitting. Positive effects of quitting means that there are benefits.
Exactly, miss.
And we repeated this word.
Benefits? Yes, of course.
It was beneficial, remember with...
we saw even the verb, miss.
Yes, and we saw beneficial in the paragraph about 5 a day diet.
That's right, a few minutes ago.
Yes, so we'll check the different forms of this word. So benefits of, the verb is to
benefit.
Benefit. The noun is also
a benefit.
A benefit. If you are a person, the noun person is beneficiary.
Beneficiary.
So smokers are beneficiaries.
Okay.
And the adjective already used is beneficial.
So quitting is beneficial.
Quitting is beneficial.
Okay, miss.
Remember that we use of after the noun, so benefits
the benefits of quitting.
Of quitting. When using the verb, you would say to benefit from.
So when I stop, I benefit from quitting.
Yeah, so smokers benefit from quitting.
Okay, miss.
The opposite is something benefits someone.
So quitting benefits the smoker.
Yes.
I see.
So quitting benefits smoker, no preposition.
Okay.
However, smokers benefit from quitting.
That's right, okay.
The benefits. The first one.
Shall I read?
Yes, please.
Your senses of smell and taste will be better.
Of course.
Yes.
But before moving to other benefits, can you mention some of the benefits that you know, benefits of quitting smoking?
I think you avoid running the risks of many health problems, like as you mentioned a few minutes ago, the word stroke. You don't run the risk of stroke, respiration diseases, all kinds of cancer. You get rid of the chronic cough you told me about a few minutes ago. And you save money.
Yes, let's check. And I'm sure your answers are correct. Yes, your coughs go away. So you will start recovering.
Okay.
After a short period of time, then more recovery after a long period of time. And your breath smells better, of course. You said already the senses of smell and tastes become better. You save money.
Okay.
Of course, and you said already that you can have a money jar in which you put the money you use or you spend on cigarettes, and you save a lot of money. Okay. And the last one, quitting, as you said, will cut the risks of lung cancers, heart diseases, all these dangerous diseases that you may have because of smoking.
Okay, great.
Great. Already we reached the end of the lesson.
Okay.
But we have a
time goes by so fast with you,
Miss. Thank you. We have a homework.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the good news.
You have writing, so you need to write
homework
something. Homework
assignment. Okay.
Yes. Could you read, please, the topic?
Okay,
Could
Miss.
you please read the topic?
No problem. Having noticed that more and more of your schoolmates are growing addicted to smoking, you decided to write a 12-line article for your school magazine in which you give them advice to stop smoking, remind them of the health problems caused by this nasty habit. Do we say nasty, Miss?
Yes.
Nasty habit, and how beneficial it is to quit. Interesting.
Interesting.
We did that orally a few minutes ago, so all I have to do is...
We have already covered everything, so you just have to reinvest your ideas in your writing. But first, what are you supposed to write?
An article. You told me it's an article.
Yes, it's an article, so it has a different layout. It's not a letter, it's not an email, so there is a layout. And what are the different components of your writing?
As far as I know, well, we are supposed to remind them of the negative effects of smoking and advise them to stop.
Yes. So let's...
And tell them also about the benefits of quitting.
The benefits. So there are three main parts that you should cover in your...
So advice.
Give advice. How to
advise them to quit. Tell them about the negative impact of smoking and the benefits of quitting.
Remind them of the benefits of smoking. So we will remember together the layout of an article.
Oh, it's an article, so I remember one condition.
Yes, which is?
It requires a title.
Excellent.
Title
it's not an article without a title.
Okay.
But what type of title you should write? Is any title?
It should be eye-catching.
Yes.
And it should be concise or brief. Could it be as simple as smoking kills, for example?
Yes, it can be. So
it should be shaking and shocking.
Shocking, not always shocking, but it should be appealing.
In this case, I should warn my friends.
Anyway, it should be short and attractive.
Can I say the ghost of smoking?
Or, for example, it's good.
I'll think about a better title.
Yes,
I promise,
think of some examples, and you see them when I read your article. So the most important component or part of an article is the title.
Yes.
So I said it's not an article without a headline or without a heading or a title. And it should be short, and it should be appealing.
It should be, as we say,
attractive.
It should be attractive, it should be concise, and it should stick to something you told us about.
Yes.
It should stick to the KISS principle. The KISS principle. Keep it short and sweet.
Sweet.
Okay.
And you know, when people open a magazine or a newspaper, they generally read titles.
That's right.
So if the title of the article,
to them.
Yes, they read the article, otherwise they skip it and move to another one. So it's very important. The title is very important. We said that in your body you should cover 3 parts, but first you should introduce the issue.
That's right.
Here that you are already, you see or you notice that many of your schoolmates are becoming addicted to smoking, so you should talk about this. Then you should list, could you please read?
I should list the dangerous effects or the dangers or the damages of smoking.
That is the first part or one of the parts?
Yes.
Then give?
Then give advice, of course. So mainly it's advice. I mention the effects, the negative effects, and I give advice to my friends to give up. And I mention the benefits of smoking. I tell them why they should quit.
How to quit,
and
tips,
how to quit,
and why quit, the benefits. So we have already the 3 parts. When we give advice, what do we use? In general, there is a structure.
We use expressions of advice like should or shouldn't plus verb.
Yes.
Ought to or ought not to plus verb. I'm not sure whether we use had better or would better, Miss.
We'll check. Okay. We'll check and explain this. So yes, remember that to give advice we use you, should plus verb, ought to.
I mentioned that.
Had better.
Had better.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
would
better is for preferences.
Would rather.
Would rather, would better. We use it when we are expressing
okay.
preferences, not advice. So
I see, miss.
You'd better or you had better, and I advise you.
I advise you with
to.
S or C, both are correct.
Yes. No, it's not. Of course.
Okay. There is a difference,
I advise you. It's the verb. Look here.
Okay.
If you are using it as a verb, you write it with an S.
And it's pronounced advise.
Advise someone. But if you are using it as a noun, it's written with C.
Okay, thank you, miss.
You say an advice.
A piece of advice.
A piece of advice.
Okay, miss. Good. Can we say advices, miss?
No, of course not.
Like information, we never say?
Like information. So it's a piece of advice.
Or tips.
Tips. And a piece of advice or advice, some advice, but never advices.
Thank you, miss.
And you should have a conclusion.
Yes, I need in the conclusion to remind my friends of the main issue, that is the need to stop smoking.
The need to stop. Let's guess. In your conclusion, you will have an opinion or a recommendation about the topic. Okay. I just want to remind our pupils about the criteria of evaluation of the writing. So your writing is going to be evaluated depending on three main parts. The first one is adherence to content, which is which includes the layout, an article here, and covering all the different parts that you should cover in your article. It means if, for example, you just write about the benefits and how to quit without mentioning the dangerous effects of smoking,
I will be penalized for that.
Of course, it will affect your mark. The second criterion is language. Or language accuracy. We mean here correct grammar. So it's good to have great ideas, nice ideas, but also we should write correct English. The right tense.
Language.
Correct language, English language. So the right tense, the right form of the verb, function words, etc. And the last one, or the last criterion is what we call mechanics of writing.
Is spelling included here? Spelling, yes. For example, if I misspell the word advise?
Of course. In this part, we will focus on spelling and punctuation and capitalization.
As well.
So, of course, an example here is advise and advise. So if you're using it as a verb, there is a spelling. As a noun, a different spelling. If you end a statement, you should have a full stop. We start with a capital letter.
And you told us about indentation at the beginning of each new part.
If you're using linkers like first, etc., you should have a comma after them. The comma in appositions for additional information. So all these are the criteria of evaluation. So if you cover all of them, if you have all of them, you will have the full one.
Full mark. I hope I will.
So that's all for this lesson. I hope that it was beneficial and it will be useful, and we see you again in another lesson. So
thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching us.